and welcome back to So Forth and So On. I'm Miss Henderson, and today I am going to make a dress using Simplicity Pattern 9011. This pattern is made up for a stretch knit fabric, so it has to have some stretch to it, some give to it. It's not made up for a cotton or woven fabric. On the back of all sewing patterns, it tells you what types of fabrics are suggested for the pattern, and it also lets you know what notions and things you'll need, like buttons, zippers, and eye hooks and things like that. Also, on the back of the pattern, I'm not sure if you can really see it, but this black line here shows you how much stretch your fabric needs to have, and so you should be able to, once you lay your fabric against this black line, if you stretch the end of it, it should go to that point, and that lets you know that your fabric has enough give for this particular dress. I'm going to be sewing view B, which is the short version of the dress. It's a maxi dress on the model, and I'm going to sew the one that's a little bit shorter because I'm a lot shorter than the model. Okay, this dress is with this pattern is great for beginners because it doesn't have any zippers or buttons or hooks or anything like that. Also, it's a dolman sleeve, which is excellent. That means that the sleeve is all part of the dress. So there are only 3 pieces to this dress: the front, the back, and the neckline, the neckband. That's it. You don't even really have to hem the dress because of the type of fabric it is. It doesn't fray, and so that it comes with a perfect hemline and the sleeve hem. You don't have to. You can choose, if you choose to, you can do that or add some trim or something to it, but the dress is very easy. So once you cut out all your pattern pieces, just begin sewing. And I have cut out all my pattern pieces, and I'm ready to begin sewing. So we first start with sewing the shoulder seams. Wow, I'll try saying that 3 times. And we're going to use a 5/8 inch seam allowance. Your pattern instructions do tell you what size seam allowance to use, and so we are going to use a 5/8 inch seam allowance. Also, with knit fabric, you want to use a ballpoint needle or jersey knit needle, and you want to use a zigzag stitch. Zigzag stitch is better than a straight stitch because the fabric stretches and moves, a straight stitch might pop. But if you use a zigzag stitch, it will move with the fabric and eliminate any embarrassing moments. What is it? Wardrobe malfunctions. We're going to go ahead and get started. Remember to back stitch at the beginning and the end of your stitching, and remove your pins as you get to them. The thing about knit too, you want to pin it all the way down, because this fabric moves and will shift on you, and in order to get the better result, just the more pins the better. No matter how experienced you are in sewing, the more pins the better with knits and fabrics that move and slip. This dress is so simple. Basically, once you put right sides together, the front and back right sides together, you're going to sew down the shoulder, stop, then you're going to sew down the sleeve, stop, and then you're going to come on the bottom part and sew under the sleeve and then all the way down that side of the dress. You're going to do the same thing for the other side. You're going to turn it right side out, line up your neckband, and I have mine quartered here, the center back, the front, and the two sides. Line up your neckband around the neck, sew that on, and you're done. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go and finish doing all that sewing, and I'll be right back.